Infinity Inc. The Deadly Hands of Kid Empty. Metropolis. Look, calm down. You're all on edge. He's only next door. Keep your voice down, won't you? So what if he sees us together? I don't want people to know about us. Well, it's nothing to be ashamed of. The therapist says pathological narcissism is quite a common condition. You're anything but common. I'm afraid I'll spill the beans on your grandiose schemes. What was it last night? Building your body up using your willpower alone? A new and better nucleon. Oh boy. Shut up. You're part of me. You're nothing. You're... Did I hear voices? You're hearing voices now. First sign of schizophrenia. I'd get that looked into if I were you, Strom. DC Comics proudly presents Infinity Inc. Luther's Monsters, Part 2. Do you think being schizoid would account for these hot flashes I keep getting? That's probably just the male menopause kicking in early. Up yours, McKenna. Have you thought about what we're going to do about Natasha? Well, what can we do? It's not like we're a team anymore. In case you've forgotten, Infinity Inc. is history. Maybe Infinity Inc. is all we have left. Now, why don't you go home, Eric? I told you I can't. Oh yes, the falling out with Mother. She doesn't understand me. Or maybe she understands you only too well. It was a genuine mistake. I got the wrong stuff out of the laundry basket. I mean, why would I want to wear my mother's dresses? Ask your therapist. I'm sure there are whole textbooks written about people like you. Anyway, I can't go home now. I told Mr. Irons he'd find me here. You did what? He was so upset. I told you what happened to Natasha. He sounded desperate. Steelworks, the downtown factory office of John Irons. Sweetheart, if you're there, try to stay calm. Everything's going to be... The door was open. I let myself in. Oh, thanks for coming so quickly. John, you look awful. No sign of her? I'm still looking. I made this for a local paranormal research group who wanted to know whether the pizza store on the corner was haunted. It detects extremely static or weak electric or magnetic fields. If Natasha is still here in whatever form, however scattered her particles might be, this will detect her. Well, it looks like you've got the technical end covered. What can I do? Look for her, Superman. She might have rematerialized somewhere in Metropolis. She might be confused. She might be lost and scared. And we'll get through this, Nat. Whatever's happening here, we'll deal with it. Maybe I should have told you before how proud I've been of you this last year. The way you've refused to let your problems get you down. I know it can't be easy. going through all you've gone through, especially at your age, but you've toughed it out, just like we'll... Any luck? Not yet. Look, I've looked everywhere. No sign of your niece. I'm sorry, John, but I'll keep looking. You've looked everywhere. Every building, subway, and park within a 200-mile radius. Thank you. Don't mention it. What now? What I'd like to do now is find out exactly what Lex Luthor did to Natasha, to all of those kids. We already know that, don't we? I mean, what he really did, the exact process, the level of genetic manipulation. It seems everyone who was unlucky enough to be in the Everyman Project ended up with severe mental or behavioral problems. Trauma, a consequence of being superpowered one day and yesterday's news the next. Or maybe something else. Maybe something we don't yet understand is happening to these kids. A family was found dead in the North Hill district of Metropolis yesterday. So far, police are refusing to say how Mr. and Mrs. Smith and their 15-year-old daughter died. However, Detective Samantha Harking says she is anxious to know the whereabouts of the Smiths' 17-year-old son, Dale. What's this city coming to? An entire family wiped out. You'd think we were living in Gotham. Well, maybe they're better off dead. Sally, don't say such terrible things. The dead don't feel pain anymore, though they do occasionally feel bitterness and anger. Look, stop it, okay? Have you been taking your medication? Sally, your medication... That stuff just makes me drowsy and stupid. All I want to do is sleep or watch TV all day. Better that than these god-awful delusions. They're not delusions. Look, maybe it's my fault. I've done my best. I couldn't help it if your mother was the way she was. It's got nothing to do with you or Mom, wherever she is. I hear them, Dad, whispering to each other. Oh, maybe you should go back to Dr. Dorfman. This has been going on too long. Dorfman's an idiot. They're all idiots with their questions and their clever theories. They don't hear the dead talk. They don't know what it is to feel crazy. Well, no wonder you don't have any friends anymore. Girls your age should be talking about boys and fashion, not death and madness. What happened to that girl you used to be friends with? You mean Natasha? Yeah, she was nice. Well, I tried to stay in touch, but Natasha kinda disappeared. Hello? Ms. Taya? Hope? Wait, I know you. My name's John Henry Irons, and you are Hope Taya, former bodyguard to Lex Luthor. Out here, I'm Maya Andrews, victim of domestic violence, hiding from her psycho husband. Well, Superman told me where I could find you. I need to talk. Get out of here, John Henry Irons, or I'll break your neck. No, I don't think you'll do that. I think you'll welcome the chance to step out of witness protection and be Hope Taya again, if only for a few minutes. I think Someone like you must find it hard being a victim, hiding away from the world. You're smart. No, I'm stupid. I'm so stupid. I don't know where my niece has vanished to. I'm so stupid. I saw her evaporate before my eyes and couldn't do a damn thing about it. Well, I don't know what you're going on about, but that's got nothing to do with me. But it has everything to do with Lex Luthor, and you used to work for him. You see how I live. I don't know where Luthor is. More to the point, he doesn't know where I am. Mercy would know. You two were like hand and glove. She's still loyal to him. If she knew where I was, so would he. I betrayed him, Mr. Irons. He's already made me suffer for that. Suffer in ways you probably couldn't begin to imagine. But he won't be satisfied until I'm dead. Well, even so, you must know how I could contact her. And count yourself lucky. Unlike me, she really would break your neck. You were part of the Everyman Project? Wasn't chosen for Infinity Inc., though. Guess I didn't have that elusive star quality. Hey, Sally, can we go somewhere a little more pleasant? These traffic fumes are killing me. Well, I didn't ask you to try to pick me up. I was just standing here, minding my own, looking for a little peace and quiet. On the corner of the busiest intersection in Metropolis. This spot is the farthest away you can get from a graveyard in the city. See, I hear the dead talking. Chatter all the time. I suppose now you'll want to run a mile. Most people do when I tell them that. Well, I'm not most people. I was in the project too. You're kidding me. How's it been for you since, must have seen every shrink in town. Me too. But when I saw you standing there, I thought, me and that girl have something in common. I just have to get to know her. Well, I don't know. I guess we could go see a movie. Well, where do you live? I'll pick you up. I warn you, I am weird. That doesn't scare me one bit. It might have been something that scared her. Maybe it was something she'd been trying to control for some time. Maybe she mentioned that something weird was happening to her. Not to me, she didn't. Are either of you two displaying any abnormal symptoms? Abnormal symptoms? What do you think we are? Freaks? Maybe that's exactly what you are, because of what Lex Luthor did to you all. This is still just a theory, but it could be that something is happening to your metabolisms. Something you can't control. Something you probably don't want. Is he talking about acne? I'm talking about superpowers, Jerome. Luthor gave you superpowers, and then he took them away. Well, maybe now your body is evolving, giving you new powers. What do you base this ridiculous theory on? When Luthor activated your metagenes, he unlocked an incredible power. I never quite believed he could turn that off as easily as he did. You might be able to bury it, repress it even. But Freud showed us that something buried or repressed eventually expresses itself in some other way. In this case, maybe as new powers. Oh, trust me. When he turned my powers off, they were gone. I can't help you with Natasha. I was never even that close to her. She wasn't my type. He's lying. He had a real crush on her. Huh? Oh, God, you bastard. You could try that girl she used to hang around with. Steelworks. I'm trying to track down Sally Dwyer. She was a friend of my daughter. Her father, Mr. Dwyer, Oh, excuse me, Mr. Dwyer. I thought I heard something. I'll be right back. Is somebody there? Hello? Nat? Natasha? Honey? Empty? That's how I felt, like I was kid empty or something, just so devoid of everything. Meaning, joy, life, you name it. But what the existential psychologist said helped? Oh, it wasn't so much what he said, more how he filled me up. Excuse me? I never believed in the concept of the id, all that life force thing, but when I felt his essence pulse through me, Jesus, you're even weirder than I am, Winston. Confession time. My name's not really Winston. It's Dale. Dale Smith. Dale Smith? Oh my God, you look... I didn't recognize you. Oh my God, your family. Oh my God. Look, I'm sorry about my sister. Parents, I could care less about. Them and their money were what made me what I am. What's that, Dale? What are you? Mr. Dwyer, it's John Irons. I spoke to you earlier about Sally. I hope I'm not... Oh my. No. Go away. I haven't quite finished. Get off her. Come on. You're going to be all right. Oh. I am almost full. It must be because Sally is an everyman kid like me. No one has come close to filling me like that sweet sack of life filled me. Nevertheless, I want to see what you're made of. I want to see what you've got.